Hey, what's up? This is Napier back with another video, and I know it's been a minute. I apologize to everybody. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff going on. I get started a job like 3 months ago, so I'll be having to work now a couple of days a week. So, I don't have the time that I used to have to be on YouTube or whatever. But I just wanted to just make this video because I've been seeing this whole thing going on with T.I. and 50 Cent. And I've been seeing like the comments and people having their own opinions on this or whatever. And I like both T.I. and 50 Cent. I would probably say musically, I might like T.I. more. Um, but I don't know these guys personally, so I don't have like any kind of personal issues with them as far as what they do. I mean, that's on them. The industry's a little bit different than people that are on the streets, so sometimes you don't know if this stuff is real or fake. But I just wanted to just put my little 2 cents in because I think sometimes when people talk about T.I., they don't really see the big picture of what happened with T.I. and why T.I. gets like criticized and gets a lot of like flack back. And I see people talking about him trafficking young girls and all this stuff that he was never even charged for, never went to court for. It was just something that was said, and then people jumped on board because they're mad that him and Tiny are having threesomes with other women. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, unless this guy's been charged, the same thing that happened to Tupac. Tupac, a girl went down on Tupac in front of a whole nightclub, and then the next day she screamed grape, and people just ran with it, which don't even make sense. It's like he had sex with all these celebrities and all these people without no incident, but then he gets to this random girl in the club that somebody else just happened to bring over there, and now it's grape. Whatever. So sometimes when y'all hear these stories, I know y'all want to jump on them and y'all want to act like it's so true because you dislike a person or whatever. But at the same time, you got to think about it like with logic. But let me just explain this about the whole T.I. situation because I don't think people really understand why T.I. got in trouble. They think that when people talk about these gun charges and they talk about these snitching stuff or whatever, because I know the person personally that took T out of court. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull my computer up. I'll show him to you. Let my computer turn on. I'll show you the person that took T out of court because I know them personally, and they told me about taking him to court, and he didn't mention anything about snitching. What y'all are considering snitching is telling the story about what happened, and I don't even know how that's snitching. That's like if you get in a car wreck, you have to call the police and make a police report. They're gonna want to know what happened, so you have to tell them, or you're not getting no police report, and you're probably not getting your car fixed. So I don't know where that comes into snitching. If somebody did something like, say, if some cars came down the street and something happened and they asked me about it and I told them, well, this car crashed into this car or whatever, and I'm not mentioning no names or whatever. I'm just saying this is what happened. I mean, I don't know how that's snitching, but whatever. But I don't think y'all still see the big picture of why T.I. is in trouble. And the big picture is this. If you go back and listen and study through T.I.'s discography, T.I. came out with I'm Serious when he was 18. By Trap Music, which was his second album, I'm assuming he's around 21 by that time. He has a song on there called Be Better Than Me, where he's telling kids not to sell drugs and not to do all this stuff because it's like a setup or whatever. He's saying all this stuff in this song. That's the same album with Can We Get Away and Trap Music and Rubber Band Man and all that stuff. So maybe people listen to all these songs and they can skip this song because it's not talking about all the street stuff. I don't know, but it's there. Um, by T.I. versus T.I.P. has a song called Tell 'Em I Said That, where he starts off the song saying that these rappers was lying to y'all. I be around them. Niggas lying to y'all to get y'all messed up. They want to see y'all get locked up. They want to see this and this and that because this is the industry doing it. And that's the point I'm trying to make about this whole thing. When he got caught with the guns, that had nothing to do with the streets as far as him getting arrested. Now, him buying the guns had something to do with the streets because he talked about it on I had straps in my ride, gotta go to prison. You waiting for me to die, you're gonna be waiting for a minute. Yeah, I'm ready for whatever. That song, whatever that's called. But he's talking about why he went and bought the guns because what happened was after Katrina, a lot of people from New Orleans moving to Atlanta and they started robbing people and doing whatever. So that's why he was buying the guns because New Orleans is known for having choppers. They always have been since the 90s. So I guess they brought some bigger guns over there that people in Atlanta didn't have. So he went and got these guns. Now him getting caught was not for the streets purchasing them. That was for the industry because T.I. was making a lot of problems for the industry, which people don't really understand because they're trying to push this agenda with these funny haircuts, the tight jeans and all that. And it don't make sense when I'm saying all this stuff, hopefully, to people once I break it down. But T.I., when he got caught, he had to go to jail for a year and a day. He had the reality show prior to that. before he went to jail. He had a reality show where he was talking to kids and trying to talk them out of doing street stuff and talking positive stuff to them or whatever. Then he goes to jail. While he's in jail, T.I. and Lil Wayne baby mama has a reality show together. And they're on a reality show. He gets out, they take Tiny off of that reality show and put the Family Hustle together, which is T.I. and his family. So when he gets out of jail, he makes that song I'm Back, where he's dissing on these funny haircuts and these tight jeans and all that. Right after that, he gets locked right back up over weed with Tiny this time. Because people don't understand how this industry works. They don't really pay attention to what people are saying. These people, like, if you tell them you're going to stop and you don't stop and you keep on doing stuff that they don't want you to be doing, they're going to try to keep punishing you until you stop. So him coming out dissing on those haircuts and all that stuff and the tight jeans and all that made them mad, so they locked him back up for weed, which was petty. But now it's you and your wife in jail and y'all got all these kids, so what y'all gonna do? You either gonna go along with what we be saying or you gonna shut up, you know what I mean, or whatever. But, so they let him back out after, I guess, he did whatever he had to do or whatever. They let him back out, they let Tiny out, and they went on about their life. So when people are talking about he snitched, like, I live in Cincinnati, and the only way he would be able to snitch on anybody from here would it be somebody from here would they had to call down to Atlanta and tell on the people that shot up his homeboy and shot their tour bus up. That's the only way he would be able to tell on anybody, because he doesn't know anybody here that I know of. He might know High Tech, I don't know. But as far as like knowing this community of people here, I don't think he knows this big, broad community of people here that he can call up here and get information from. Like I said, y'all saying that, well, he only did a year and a day. Yeah, I mean, because Tupac was only in jail for a couple months, maybe a year, close to a year, because they don't, like, they have the power to get you out of jail and put you in it. You know what I mean? So it's like, whatever. It's like, it's not no, like, that's just the power they have. They control the prisons. So if they want you out of jail, they'll let you out. That don't mean you have to go snitch on somebody or something like that. They might just want to punish you, like I said, and now you done got your punishment. They feel like they got you under control. But what I did want to say about T.I. is that T.I. has been adamant about the black race. He's been out, like, he put down his celebrity and got out in the street with real people to protest. So I don't have any issues with T.I., even with his show. You know, I could tell that somewhere behind those scenes, he let the producers know that we're not going to be doing all that ratchet ghetto stuff up here. It's going to be a family-based show. I'm not up here to embarrass my family. You can tell how it's put together that he wanted it to be like that. So I don't have any problems with T.I. You know what I mean? Like I said, I really don't have any problems with 50 outside of the fact that they keep using him to make documentaries about black folks, but won't let him bring up none of the white people in Hollywood that are doing this stuff. But besides that, 50's always been 50. I hope it doesn't boil over to more like more of a problem to where it gets violent or nothing. I don't think T.I. is going to back down, which I give him, I admire him for that, because a lot of people back down from 50 and they don't want to say nothing to him. So the fact that he's actually confronting him and willing to go toe to toe with him, you know, you can't really ask for more than that. And like I said, I guess don't really see like anything good coming out of this. You know, as far as the verses, I don't really know who would have won the verses and who would win, because people are basing it off of who's got the bigger hits, and it's not about who's got the bigger hits. It's really about who's got more consistency with songs. And 50 Cent's got some bangers, but, you know, outside of Get Rich or Die Trying, I don't really know how many more bangers he's got outside of that. You know what I'm saying? He's got a couple more from different albums, but I'm just saying, I'm sure he's got 20 songs, but depending on what songs T.I. brings that he uses, it can go either way, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to just touch on that, because I think a lot of people are just trying to pick sides about favoritism, like usually. Like, I mean, that's how things go nowadays. Whoever likes who better is going to be the winner. It doesn't matter who's right and wrong. It's just going to be, I like him better, I don't like you, so this is what I'm rolling with. And that's just how it is nowadays. So I just wanted to just bring my opinions to it, because like I said, I've been watching T.I.'s career. I started listening to T.I. from I'm Serious, so I've been watching his career and hearing what he's been saying. And like I said, with 50 Cent, I was on him at the first two albums, but after that, it's like, you know, I kind of lost interest a little bit. I listened to the G-Unit album, but I kind of lost interest after that. So, you know, like I said, they're both powerhouses, I guess. I guess 50 Cent might be a little bit more of a powerhouse because he's got the shows and stuff going on. But like I said, I just wanted to just bring clarity to that. Oh, matter of fact, let me show y'all this right quick before I go, just so y'all can see this. All right, so I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but let me move this over here so you can just see it. So that's my homeboy's dad, McKinley Brown. This is him right here, Cincinnati, Ohio. He's been appointed to the local detective to casino commission. He's been in the prosecutor's office. He was the head of homicides for Cincinnati police for like 20-something years. This is my homeboy's dad, Mr. Brown. So this is who took him to court right here. And like I said, I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I actually know this person, so, you know, the slander as far as him being a snitch. If it's not about that case and it happened in Cincinnati, then I don't know no other information. Like I said, the gun thing, to me, was more of an industry move. Because that's what the industry will do to you. They'll try to find dirt on you, and if they can't find any dirt on you, then I guess it's just so be it. Maybe they'll make something up. But if they catch you doing something that they, you know, feel like they can use against you, this leverage, then they're going to use it against you. And that just happened to be those guns that he was buying. So I just wanted to show people that. Like I said, I apologize for not making as many videos. I'll be back soon with some more content. So I appreciate y'all taking out the time to listen to me. And like I said, when I get everything up and running, I'll be able to show people more of this stuff and play songs and do all this different stuff when I get my computer and my webcam hooked up. That way I can share my screen and all that. And that's why I really haven't been making videos, because I want to do videos like that to where I don't have to just be sitting here talking. I can actually show people stuff. So I got to get my microphone hooked up. I got a whole microphone and everything. This has been here for a while now, and I ain't even used it not once. So I need to get all this stuff hooked up so I can make my stuff look more professional and make it look more presentable. So I appreciate y'all. Peace out. Y'all have a good day, and I'll holler at y'all next time.